Welcome to the Official Jets podcast. Remember, if you are listening, please subscribe, rate, and review. If you're watching on YouTube, smash that like button. OTAs are rolling on here at One Jets Drive, and we're going to visit with quarterback one, Justin Fields, coming up.
We can beat anybody in the world, and I think we're going to win next Sunday.
It's picked off. Aaron Glenn. Jumbled and caught. Jumbo Elliott. One-handed catch. Chris Paul gets running loose. Rebound. Can't wait.
Put your seatbelts on and get ready for the ride.
Official Jets podcast is presented by Kendra Scott, the jewelry company that's shining bright and doing good. Shop game day ready jewelry styles and so much more at kendrascott.com. Quite a busy day here for all of us in Florham Park. I can tell you we taped 6 interviews with Jets coaches here in the studio. In between, I watched the Jets' second open OTA session to the media. We're still close to 2 months out from having training camp, and all eyes are on number 7. Justin Fields is a legitimate dual threat, and it's going to be interesting to see how Tanner Engstrand uses him in the season. He puts so much pressure on defenses with his ability to run, and we saw that a bit of that on Thursday. I like the dynamic with Fields and the Jets' three-headed monster at running back in Breece Hall, Braylon Allen, and Isaiah Davis, of course. All those guys can run it and catch it. The Jets also have put a lot of resources into their offensive line, and Fields to Garrett Wilson is a connection that has been rekindled on the practice fields. Plus, rookie tight end Mason Taylor, he's popped out early with some catches. Fields gives you options in the pass game and the run game, on script and off script. Well, let's stay on script right now and get to Justin Fields. Justin, how are things progressing this spring?
They've been good. Of course, I'm new in the building, so getting to know everybody, not only my teammates, coaches, but just everybody that works in the building. I like to, know their name, have a relationship with them, but it's been good so far. Like I said, just really getting settled in and getting to know everybody. So
speaking of getting settled in, how would you describe the last couple months?
Yeah, it's definitely been a lot going on. Like I said, just trying to get to remember a lot of new faces. But it's definitely been busy. But like I said, I'm getting settled in, getting used to it, and it's been great and very exciting for sure.
What is it like for you in terms of taking over this offense? This is your third team in 5 seasons, and then I think it goes under the radar as well. This is going to be your 4th offensive coordinator in 5 years.
Yeah. Like you said, it's going to be my 4th OC in 5 years and 3rd in the last 3 years. So, I'm pretty used to learning a new offense every year. But I think the biggest thing is just the language. Everybody runs pretty much the same thing, but it's just the terminology that comes with the plays and stuff like that. So that's the biggest thing that, you're getting used to and stuff like that. But like I said, I'm no stranger to, learning new offense and stuff like that. So it's been pretty smooth, the first, month or two. And, Tanner's thrown a lot at us, but, I think it's going to be good for us in the long run. And when training camp comes up, guys will already have that, banked in their head and know certain concepts already because we've addressed it now. So it's been good.
You're such a poised guy, a steady guy. What's it like being in a Justin Fields huddle?
Yeah. Like you said, I try not to get too high, too low. And kind of what I want to work on is, getting hype. I think today out of practice, I was pretty energetic out there. And I think, the guys feed off of me. So just seeing that kind of out there today, I think I'm going to try to be more vocal with the guys. But usually I'm pretty even keeled. I don't really get too high or too low, but I think this year I'm going to try to turn it up a notch and really just try to bring that energy each and every day on the practice field and, of course, in the games too.
Can you speak to your competitive nature? One thing that stood out to me early on here was you said that you have higher expectations, not just compared to people on the outside, but for people inside this building.
Yeah.
For yourself.
Yeah. I know, what kind of player I can be, and I don't think I've shown that yet on the football field. So like you said, there's nobody that has higher expectations for myself than me. And, I'm going to do everything I can to reach that goal and, continuing to get better each and every day, continuing to make the people around me better. So, yeah, I mean, that's what I'm working towards, each and every single day. And one day we'll get there for sure.
What kind of player do you think you can be?
I mean, I think I can be, a player that has, no limits, a player that, like I said, can make everybody around him better, a player that can, lead a team, that can, be that guy. So, like I said, I'm just striving to be that player each and every day, and really for everybody to kind of know that I'm that player. I think I know within myself I'm that player, or I can get to that point, but I think, it's more for me just, showing everybody else and proving not only to myself, but, proving to the world that, you look at, guys like Pat, guys like Josh Allen, guys like Lamar, to, where everybody knows, they're elite quarterbacks. So at the end of the day, that's kind of my goal, and that's kind of where I want to get, by the time, I get done playing with this sport. So, yeah.
Do you view yourself as a young guy? I go back to the 2021 draft. It feels like yesterday you were drafted, and you're only 26 years old.
Yeah, it's funny you ask that, because I kind of think that all the time, but time flies. Like, I think I still am a young guy, but seeing the younger guys in the building, it's like they're 22, like 21 coming in, and kind of makes you look back and like, yeah, I've been in the league for a long time now, but so I just have to remind myself that. But I mean, time flies. It's definitely been flying by, and I remember like it was yesterday of getting drafted and my rookie year and stuff like that. But time's definitely been flying by, and yeah, so
your skill set is quite unique. When you look at Tanner Engstrand, your offensive coordinator now, and what they were able to do in Detroit, how much does it excite you potentially what you guys can do here, knowing that, hey, listen, everybody is unique, so Jared Goff is a different player than you?
Exactly, yeah. Of course, we're bringing some of the same concepts from Detroit, but like you said, we have different players on this team, so it's not going to be the exact same as what they did in Detroit. And, in Detroit, they were 3 to 4 years in that offense last year. So, like I said, it's going to take some time, but, we don't want to take it take too much time. Of course, we set a standard for ourselves to, be great, be competitive, be disciplined. But yeah, in terms of how our offense is going to look, I think Tanner's going to tailor it to the guys that we have on the field, and, trying to get them the ball and kind of get a feel of what they do best in terms of, a guy might run a certain route better than he does another route. So just finding what guys do best and utilizing them in a specific way to, get them the ball and, of course, help our team to be most successful.
Quincy Enunwa is a guy who played receiver here, and he's now doing analysis for us. Mm-hmm. I asked him specifically about you, and he said, you know what? I like a quarterback who's not afraid of getting dirty.
Yeah.
Do you pride yourself on being a football player as much as you pride yourself on being a really good quarterback?
Yeah. I mean, I think first and foremost, you have to be a great football player, and that comes with, competitiveness, that comes with toughness. And, you also have to be a good quarterback. So, but a good football player overall and a good quarterback, they kind of go hand in hand similarly. As the quarterback of this team, I'm automatically put in that leadership position. So being the leader of the team and being one of the guys who has to, push other guys and make sure other guys compete, I really pride myself in that, and just being an example on and off the field. And like I said, just pushing my teammates and trying to help them get better each and every day. That's really my main goal. And but I think being a football player is first and foremost what you have to be, and the guys have to learn you and kind of know your background and kind of know where you come from and really just know the person you are. And then at that point, that's when you can start really getting specific within your craft and really becoming a quarterback.
Since it is about to be your 5th season in the league, how do you go about approaching your body in the offseason, like what you want to do heading into the regular season? Because I think people often forget that, hey, Fields is 6'3", 227 pounds. He's a big dude. Are you one of those cats who gets in the locker room, in the weight room, and you really could get big in terms of muscle-wise?
Yeah, I try not to do too much because I do have, some genes to where if I lift a lot, I'll really get like yoked up. And
Right.
of course, we want to be kind of, as a quarterback, we want to be kind of loose and, have a good amount of mobility. So I try not to go too crazy. Like college, I remember, they're having us lift crazy weights and, Coach Mick has got us, benching, pretty much doing everything. Like I think coming to college, I was 225. I was getting 18 to 19 reps on 225.
Oh my God.
I don't even think I can get 10 reps in 225 now, but you definitely have to kind of, change your routine a little bit, change your workouts. But at the end of the day, I do believe I'm, strong and stuff like that. But, I think when I do tuck the ball and run, I think, protecting myself first and foremost. So, although I do, I'm tall, I'm, weigh a good amount. I try to be smart in some situations, but of course there are going to be some situations where it's third and short, where it's fourth down to where you are going to have to put your body on the line and, try to run over somebody every now and then. So, yeah.
I know you've been asked about this a million times, but the relationship with Garrett, going back to Columbus, I mean, you guys develop a relationship not just on the football field, but in college it's a little bit different, right?
Yeah.
Because you're around each other more off the field than you are in the National Football League. How much does that help you guys now?
It helps a lot. I mean, yeah, I remember, we used to be in Garrett's dorm room playing 2K, like 5-6 of us packed in there. He used to come over all the time, like taking road trips, like random road trips to different places. So, like you said, guys definitely spend a lot more time together outside of the facility in college just because we're all in one dorm and stuff like that. But I think that definitely helps, just the foundation of the relationship we built for a long time. And, of course, he's been in the league. I think this is year 4 for him coming up. And, before he came in the league, we haven't really talked too much. We talked a little bit here and there. But when I did come here, I mean, our, relationship was so strong in college. When I came here, it feels like we, didn't miss a beat in terms of our closeness and, our friendship and our relationship and stuff like that. So, like I said, it's, been great kind of coming here and, getting back on the same page and getting back on the field with him.
So take us back to the dorm room. Who was your team, 2K?
Who was my team in 2K? We actually did randoms most of the time.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I actually played him in Madden probably like 2-3 weeks ago. And Garrett, he's great in Madden. He's the type to go on YouTube and watch like YouTube clips of Madden and stuff like that. So he's like that in Madden for sure.
And lastly, we got to let you get out of here, but I wanted to ask you about your head coach, Aaron Glenn, how much you've enjoyed it in the early going, playing for him. And also, what does it mean to you when he says, hey, listen, we are getting behind this guy. We believe in him, and we're going to allow him to play quarterback.
Yeah. I mean, I liked AG before, but actually being here, being with him every day, I mean, you can't help but to like him more and more. Just the way he leads the team, the way he's straightforward with the team, and just building that relationship with not only me, but the rest of the team, and him being straightforward and honest with the team. When he doesn't like the way we practice, he's going to let us know. He's going to be straightforward with that. I mean, we didn't have the best practice yesterday. He called me right after practice saying, yo, we need to do this, we need to do that. And just having that relationship with the head coach like that, and just talking to him each and every day, you can tell he's very passionate about the game. He's a great leader of men. He played in the league, so he knows where we're coming from and stuff like that. So, I mean, you can't help but to, like him more and more, just the more you get to know him each and every day. So he's great. And, of course, it's great having your head coach behind you, having that much belief in me. Definitely gives me more confidence. And I know he believes in this team a lot, and he believes in our players. So, just that belief, I think it feeds off to the players and gives, us as players more confidence to play.
Justin, appreciate your time.
Yeah, appreciate you.
Game day and every day, score a jewelry touchdown with Kendra Scott. Shop fashion and find jewelry fit for another winning season at your local store or kendrascott.com. Shine bright, do good with Kendra Scott. Single game tickets for the New York Jets 2025 season are on sale now. Be at MetLife Stadium for exciting matchups when the green and white host the Cowboys, Steelers, Bills, Dolphins, and more. Lock in your seats now at nyjets.com/tickets to experience the action and energy of game day. All right, time for our extra point here on the Official Jets podcast. Shortly after signing with the Jets, Justin Fields said everyone's journey is different. Drafted number 11 overall by the Bears in 2021. Fields, of course, played 3 seasons in Chicago, was traded to Pittsburgh, and then spent last season with the Steelers. He was 4-2 as a starter in Pittsburgh with 10 total touchdowns and 2 interceptions. Now he'll get his chance here with the Jets as quarterback 1. He's a remarkably skilled 26-year-old athlete equipped with an explosive arm, excellent speed, and power, who still has untapped potential. There's a calmness about him that is required to play the position, and he's coming off a career year in terms of completion percentage and passer rating. We've seen multiple career revivals at quarterback in the National Football League of late, and Fields will be put in position to be successful. But he also deserves patience, considering this is Fields' third team and Tanner Engstrand is his fourth offensive coordinator in 5 seasons. This is just the start of Justin Fields' journey here with the Jets, and I'm pumped to see how it will all play out.